thank you for coming back to Cooking with Daddy. Today we're going to try to make some fried cheese curds. I have some cheese curds. These have been frozen. Don't ask me why. They just are. But I kind of split them up into like big ones versus little ones because they're going to need different frying times. So we're going to make an egg wash and we're going to get some pork panko, put them on a tray, and we're going to put them in the air fryer. See what happens. All right, let's go. I'm going to start with the big ones because I feel like these I have more kind of leeway with temperature and time in the air fryer. And then when I do the small ones, I can adjust for that. Yeah, so let's go. So you just kind of want to get them all covered. Let it drip. Get the excess egg off. You don't want an abundance of egg on it because it will cause some clumping, and you don't want that. You want a good even coating and a good even fry on everything. So I'm just going to get some in there, and then you kind of spread around your breadcrumbs, or your, again, we're using pork panko, and just get some coverage on there. We're just doing fun stuff. It doesn't have to be perfect. Try to get them kind of evenly spread out, knowing that we're going to go in the air fryer with these. And you don't want them to be like oozing cheese everywhere. And then you just have a bunch of fried cheese curds stuck together, and it's just like one big massive ball instead of a bunch of individual fried cheese curds. And I'm a little impatient, so I'm probably not doing this exactly the right way. All right, guys, so we got the air fryer preheating. When that gets to temp, we'll throw that in there. I don't know exactly how long we're going to let them go for. We're going to have to play with it because, like I said, there's two different sizes. These are kind of the bigger, thicker ones that I separated from the little ones. And when we get to the little ones, I actually have another idea I'm going to try. We'll see if it works. I think I want to use a colander. So I'm going to throw them on the egg wash. I'm going to get them in there real good. And then when I'm done, I'm going to use a colander to get them in there and let the rest of the egg wash run out. And then I'm going to throw them in the pork panko, and I'll mix them all up in there. And I'll throw them in another colander, or maybe even just a sieve, whatever, and use that to get everything separated. And we'll see how that works comparatively because they're smaller. All right, guys. Well, that's what happened. Granted, they were in there for, I don't know, about 7 minutes. I'm going to guess maybe there's a type of cheese that matters. We're still going to go ahead and try this other one anyways with the smaller bits, and with it being the smaller bits, don't need to be there in there as long, so maybe that will actually help them to not totally melt. We'll have to just wait and see what happens. Okay, so we're going to get these good and covered in the egg wash. I'm then going to dump this into a colander, let the egg wash drain that way, and then I will pour this into a handheld, I think it's called a sieve. Don't quote me on that. Again, I'm not the cook in the family. And then we'll throw the pork panko on top and kind of run it around, let the pork panko cover it up as it is, and then we're going to dump that on the pan, try to spread it out nice and neat, and then we'll throw it in, and maybe we'll only leave those in for like 3 or 4 minutes. All right, guys, I'm being honest. This doesn't look like this is going to work very well either, but hey, we're having fun. Let's see what happens. All right, guys, so this is our other batch. These are the small ones. As you can see, they pretty much do the same thing. So if I had to guess, there is probably something to the idea that when you are battering and covering something in crumbs and then frying it in a deep fryer with a hot oil temperature, it kind of cooks the outside first, therefore allowing the inside to stay gooey and contained within, whereas if you're air frying something, it has a little bit different experience. So fried cheese is fried cheese. If you like cheese, it's probably still good, and the pork panko does give you a little extra crunch. But I think I got to call this one a fail too. This is not some recipe I got from anybody else. This is me just hypothesizing something and doing it myself. And kind of worked, kind of didn't, but that's okay. That's why we do these things. But you guys enjoy, and if you want to try it, go ahead. Or if you got an idea of how I can do it and it actually works, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Don't forget, who's your daddy?